Hello everyone, Linda Israel here. The scent of the day that I have on my table is pink champagne. This is a soy wax melt from Jewelry in Candles. And I'm a representative. This is a great way to support me if you don't want to buy a piece of my artwork and you like good smelly things. Pick one of these up. These are large tarts and they have jewelry involved, like this pink ring. And this one here came out of either a tart or a candle. Today I'm working with the Rinea foil, the paper foil. I'm getting this out here. So this particular package of foil is a two-sided foil. It is gold on one side and purple on the other in this package. It comes in a lot of different colors: red, green, blue, pink, silver, gold, copper, another gold, and a silver. One's matte gold. And I think they're adding more colors too. The last time I got a notification from Rinea, they said they were adding some colors and they were changing the names of a couple of the colors. This particular package is 9.8 by 5.9 in size, and there are 10 sheets in here. And I'm able to get at least two A2 cards out of the front. So if I were to cut this, I could get an A2 out of that. So today, what I've got here is I've got the Spellbinders Shapeabilities dies. You may have seen these at Tuesday morning. They came out in like 2012. They've been out for a really long time. And I have a feeling they didn't sell very well back then because there really wasn't a lot of instruction on how to use these. I had one video that I found on YouTube at Spellbinders, and there wasn't really a lot to be desired as far as versatility to show you how to use these dies. But I picked this up at Tuesday morning. They normally sell for around $25, I think. You can find them at most Tuesday mornings. They usually have several of these. And I think you can also still get them at Spellbinders. If I have a link or at Amazon, I'll put them in my blog with the description box below. So this particular one is called Whirl About, and it has 6 dies in it. And we're going to use the largest die and maybe the smallest one. I haven't decided yet. I've got my Vagabond out, and what I'm going to do is die cut this out of the paper. So I've got my platform here. So use whatever tool settings that you have for your die cutting machine. So if it has a certain sandwich way, put it in that way. So what I've got here is I'm going to use an A2 size and the largest die, and I'm going to place it here on the top part of my paper because I want to have a negative that I can use on my card. So I'm making my sandwich, and I'm going to run this through my machine. So the 2 dies, the way this works is this outer die helps cut it out of the piece of paper. If you wanted to, you can make this where it stays part of this piece of paper. So if I didn't want to cut it completely free, I could have left this on here and then basically fold and tuck this piece. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this piece apart. And there's a couple ways that you can do this that's easier, and I forgot to do that today, which was you can run this through with a piece of wax paper between your die and your paper, and then it will release easier from your die. But I'm just going to hope that if I take my time that I can pull it free. So now it's been pulled free from the die, and to clean out your die, just take a pokey tool and go in and just push out all those pieces. Okay, I'll do that later. While I still have my Vagabond out and I've got it prepared for doing embossing, I have an embossing folder. I'm not really sure what the design is. It's kind of like a little swirly cue, and I thought it would look good to emboss the negative that was left over from the die cut. So I'm just lining that up inside the folder, and I'm going to run that through my machine. So here is the embossed piece and how that looks. Okay? So it's got some nice texture on it. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I want this die to finish what is supposed to happen to it. So let me zoom in so you can see how this works. This is what they call a cut, tuck, and fold. Cut, fold, and tuck. So in here, I'll try to use a tool so you can see, so my finger's not in the way. This little piece right here lifts up. So the idea is you lift this piece up and you fold it over, and you want to make sure to go all the way to where the cut mark is. I don't even know if you can see. Oh, there it is. All the way to where the cut mark is. So let me do that again. So this particular piece right here, okay, we're going to lift that up and then fold it over. And then once you've done that all the way around, you can take that piece and tuck it under the first flap right there. So I'm going to do that now. That didn't take very long to tuck all of those pieces, fold and tuck them under. So that's how that looks as the finished piece with the gold shining through on the front. And then that's how it will look inside where we cut it out. And I was thinking about layering another piece on top, but I think that looks pretty good like it is. Let me see how it looks. I'm going to zoom back out just a little bit. How it would look on a white piece of paper if we need to put some color. So I think the white is a good contrast between the gold and the purple on my card front. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere this to the piece of paper so that I can go ahead and move on to the next step. To adhere this to my piece of paper, I've got a Therm-o-web little tape runner. So I'm just going to run this across the top here. A little on the sides and across the bottom. Not too bad, considering I'm trying to do this in front of the camera so you can see it. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back side of this, and I'm going to try to see how this works. Yep, looks like it's going to work. I'm going to use a little bit of the two-way glue around the edge because it's such a narrow spot. It's kind of hard to get the glue on there with the tape runner. And then I'm going to pop that in the center of my card. Now I need a sentiment on here. I've got a scrap piece of paper here. So I'll zoom back out. And I've got my Misty tool. And I'm going to use the, let's use the Happy Anniversary. This is from Brutus Monroe. This is Sharon's script set. It's a nice little set because it has all kinds of little words in it. So I'm just get that in the center there. Use the door of the Misty to pick it up. I'm going to use the Brutus Monroe Detail ink to ink it. I like using the Misty when possible because that way, if I don't get a good stamping the first time, I can do it again. I'm going to do it one more time. This piece of paper had a little bit of texture to it. Oh, much better. Set this aside. I want this to go on the front of my card, but I want to make it look like a little pennant. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut off some of the excess. So I'm just using my scissors to cut off the extra. I'll do it from the back side. Alright. Now that I've got that part cut off, I'm just going to take my scissors and go in here and make it like a little pennant. Just go in just a little bit and cut that piece out. And do the same on the other side. I've got my awl here, and what I'm going to do is I've got some little gold brads what I thought would look good on top of here. So I'm just going to take my awl and poke a hole into the end of this on both sides. And then I've got little gold brads, tiny little brads. I'm going to poke those through. I have these new gemstones that are self-adhesive, and I think one of those would look really good in the center here. I'm just going to use my tweezers to place one right in the center. And then I've got some sticky doos or dimensionals or foam tape, whatever you want to call these little things. And I'm going to put that behind the happy anniversary. Alright, there is my finished card using the Rinea foil. I used the purple and gold. It's two-sided. One side is gold, the other side is purple. I used the Spellbinders die set that is called Whirl About. Use the Brutus Monroe Happy Anniversary stamp with the ink from Brutus Monroe. One little bling and a couple of brads. What do you think? Do you like this little card and that pretty little Happy Anniversary card? If you like this particular video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I have all kinds of videos of things that I share. And follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Thanks so much for watching today. Check the description box below for the products that were used today and how you can get those. Have a fabulous day. Bye.